Our third fit myth is one of my favorites. The myth is that you need to stretch. You really don't need to stretch. I don't stretch. Stretching doesn't change anything in your body. Now, there are a lot of people who say, but I really like the way it feels. That's fine, but just know that it's not going to make anything better. If you have pain, stretching a muscle isn't going to make the pain go away, and it could make things worse. I am the veteran of a lot of stretching from way back before I learned better, and I can say that everything I ever stretched kept needing to be stretched over and over. It never really fixed it. What will fix a situation, like say you've got tight chest muscles, what will fix the tight chest muscles is actually to activate the opposite muscles, activate the back muscles. That's why mobility exercises are so much more effective than stretching will ever be. The other thing is that there are a lot of people who are stretching things and shouldn't be. Those people would be people who are hypermobile. If you have a lot of range of motion in your joints, you may feel some tension. A lot of people who have too much motion in their joints get signals from the muscles that say that basically are sending a tension signal. The tension is just, it's called protective tension. It's trying to keep that joint from moving too far and straining the muscle, tearing it out. So if you are hypermobile, you're going to feel like you should stretch, but do not stretch. The other occasion is when people are stretching something that is experiencing that tension, protective tension, because things are out of alignment. So for instance, world is full of people who've walked through our doors saying they have tight hamstrings. It has been so rare that we've actually ever found anybody with tight hamstrings. The people who think they have tight hamstrings typically have tight hip flexors. So when the pelvis pulls this way, it pulls on the hamstrings and resets them at a longer length. So the muscle is taut. It is like a rubber band that's already being pulled. Now you go and you stretch it some more and pull on it some more, you're likely to strain that muscle. So the long and the short of it is, so to speak, you want to focus, if you've got something that's out of line, something that is sending you a signal that says that it's tight, you've got to stop and think, is it tight or taut? Does it need to be moved? And how does it need to be moved? Mobility exercises are your friends. And the other thing is, by the way, there used to be a mentality that you always stretched before you exercised. We now know that if you stretch before you exercise, you actually have more poor performance afterwards because you've taken those muscle fibers and you've kind of stretched them out and they don't fire as efficiently. So focus on your mobility exercises. We have worlds and worlds of mobility exercises, even a mobility program. If you think you have issues with muscle tightness, you need to know whether the muscles are tight, whether the muscles are taut, and you need to know the exercises that you need to do to reset everything if you really want to see change in your body.